Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another live watch party. We are here. It has been a week. We were very thankful, at least those of us in America. The rest of the world was not thankful at all. Actually, a lot of spite in the rest of the world, I think. But Americans were very thankful on Thursday. We had Thanksgiving. But even more than that, um, last Wednesday, then the day before Thanksgiving, we got Stranger Things 5. It came in. It was not super long, only 4 episodes, but definitely an event, right? It was an event. I had meant to go live like almost every day. Just never happened. And then eventually was like, okay, I'll just wrap it in with the Sunday stream. DJ Club Rules 6469, but not 67, not 67, just 6469. 6496. I'm not even reading it backwards. I'm sorry. Is here with the love, Robin Lynn. Kaneen, good evening to you. Good evening back. Happy you're here. Couch Potato 1-12. I like the name. There's nothing to talk about Cobra Kai because show's over, man. No rumors of spinoff where they're dead. No, that's not entirely true. I put out a video earlier this month or something. With some stuff from John that's I guess maybe 2 months old now or something. But he had responded to something on Instagram asking about spinoff, and he said, "Yeah, it's in the works, but nothing to announce." And that's where they've been, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, because announcements are always controlled by marketing people. It's like the marketing people make those decisions. So, I mean, nothing to report is better than the reporting that there will be no spinoff, that no one picked it up, right? Because that does happen. Um, but um, but nothing to report just means stuff's going on in the background. Season 5 is amazing so far, but I like season 4 a little bit better. Um, I do think season 5 gets started faster. Um, like the opening stuff with the radio and stuff. It's a very ham-fisted, exposition dump. Okay, it's a year and a half later, quarantine, and Robin's just filling everyone in because the listeners of the radio program need to know that, I guess, apparently. Um, but it does ultimately jump into things pretty fast. Where the show normally kind of starts slow. And season 4 is like a show that a season, it did start slow again. Um, I think season 4 had a little bit better build. Based on what you're saying, because it started slow, it started at that moment, and then everything was building up and up. Chrissy dying, going through that, finding everything, finding Henry Creel. Max ultimately being taken. Like that rising action was good. Season 5 started fast, but there's not as much rising action because it kind of just started up going. Banger of a season for Stranger Things. I would generally agree, actually. I definitely very much agreed. I mean, everything was good. There's nothing like I watched oh, that was a bad episode, or what's going on. There's a couple moments like I don't know, I even just put out a short, Max leaves a note for Holly and that she rings the doorbell and runs off. I'm like, well, why does she run off? She seems to know Henry's not there, right? So why doesn't she just meet Holly at the door? but otherwise, I get the Holly's age. Actress is 13. She's supposed to be 9 or 10. Or yeah, actually, my wife and I were talking about that because we were watching it with her, and we were trying to figure out how old she was. Good that you say it because I didn't know. Because in fact, my wife's like, that girl looks 50, or what'd she say? No, that girl looks 12. That girl looks 12. And I think it was like last season, the line, there's a 6-year-old in the house or something. When Nancy was talking about her guns, she's like, there's a 6-year-old. So we're like, if it's a year and a half later, at most she's like 8. Yeah. Like 8, maybe 9, something through magic. Yeah, the girl's definitely like older than the character. But you know what, guys? In Cobra Kai, Anthony kind of mysteriously aged a couple of years somehow. Like no one really knows. It just worked. He ended up in high school in the last season. Whatever. Cobra Kai rapper. But he's not from the 2000s. He's just Cobra Kai rapper. How do I know where he's from? I mean, I know a Cobra Kai rapper from the 2000s, but who's this Cobra Kai rapper generic? Anyway, watch party. What's up? What it do? Hope everything's going well for you. And let's get this Stranger Things live stream with a rap party. He used to be from the aughts, but then the time he got caught, it's all Stranger Things, all hitting the bling. Wears it with pride, singing, sing. Bow, wow. Cobra Kai rapper from the 2000s. Yes. Oh, man. We're going. I can pull this up here. What do you guys want? Let me pull this. Hold on. English. That helps. And let's. No. The shit is Rockin' Robin. Going into season 5, it didn't say Steve and Dustin argue a lot in volume 1. It's so sad what Dustin went through at the end of season 4 at the start of 5. Yeah. Dustin is definitely not over Eddie's death. Like the fans of the show, Dustin is not over Eddie's death. Even though with major things in front of them like Vecna, which I would almost think like with this major stuff going on, like, I mean, it's not that you forget about Eddie, but you got to realize like there's bigger stuff in front of you. But I don't know. Yeah, I think Steve and Dustin, it's like they're taking, they want to take it in a different way. They've been the buddies since like season 2. It was or whatever, and it's just kind of been that way. I don't even know if I don't think it was like intended. Sometimes they just write stuff and it kind of turns out that way. But then like it was like Dustin and Eddie, and then there was this like little rift between Steve and Eddie, and then now it's a rift between Dustin and Steve. But it like goes, it comes and goes, right? Because sometimes they're working together, and then sometimes they slip back. Melissa's here. Bonsai. Anthony's age was bothersome. And by the end of the show, he's 15-ish. Yeah, and what, like 2 years passed in showtime. 2.5, give or take. Yeah. You just sort of play in with your actor aging, and no one will notice. They got away with it because they use the same actor, but Holly in Stranger Things has been like 4 different girls or something, hasn't it? Like I think it's been like at least 3 or 4 different girls have played Holly. So Rockin' Robin, never heard that. Nope. Although Steve and Robin are a good thing. Melissa, channel member for 37 months. God. Fun member stream. Stranger Things #1. Cobra Kai spinoffs coming. Hopefully we get an announcement in December. Yes. Yes. Melissa is right. That was always my hope and prediction. I have nothing to change about that hope or prediction. If not December, then look for at least within 1 year, which is to say, what was it? February 13th, 10th, whatever day it came out, within 1 year of the release. John Hurwitz did mention potentially the DVD collection coming out soon. I thought it would be 1 year from the end, but maybe not quite. So we'll see. I liked Volume 1, but something just felt a little off about it so far. I think it's a little unclear what the military's doing here. Um so we know they're um like quarantine and keeping thing under the wraps and such. This where they just put all this over it or something. But what's the military doing inside the Upside Down? I thought that was kind of weird. We knew obviously from the trailers there was a big military. It was probably town under quarantine. But then when you see that they actually their base is actually in the Upside Down. Here, they're actually the it's whoa, I didn't expect that. And they went into the Upside Down and built that whole thing, that whole complex. It's a little bit what's going on, and we know some of it, but it just seems a little weird. The military's acting to just be an antagonist, not like they have their own mission and stuff they're doing. That's how I feel. I'm just starting season 3. Gonna tap out. Okay, OG Sonic. Keep going. Also been on a Hunger Games craze recently. Such a great series, highly recommended. Yeah, I think the first book is the best, and the first movie is the best. The second movie is decent. Second book is good. I'm not as big a fan of the third and fourth movie, which was just the third book split up. I felt I don't know, it just felt oh, we just got to finish out the story or something. And I felt like some of what made it Hunger Games unique was good, but yeah, go ahead. By all means, enjoy Hunger Games. Will got a glow up. Yes, he did. Boy, oh boy. Crazy. Oh, something weird is how 11 jumps in and then randomly runs into Hopper. It's they're the whole Upside Down and then they just bump into each other. It's okay. coincidence. Like Elle entered at the Wheeler house. Where was Hopper? Like, I don't know. But they ran into each other. Can't believe Cobra Kai ended 10 months. Yeah, over 10 months ago. Right? Or something. Almost 10 months. Yeah, almost 10 months. Yeah, it's a sad time. Oh, here's the glow up. Finally lost the bowl cut. Yeah. Actually, they had a good line in there. Where was it? In the oh yeah, when he was with Robin in the hospital. And she's like, I thought that was your bowl cut. He's like, yeah, I lost it. It was never really popular or something. Such a line. I kind of appreciate like a line to the fans or something, or basically to anyone with eyes who's like, that haircut, man, that looks kind of bad. Yeah, but here's the improved Will. I feel like Joyce didn't do a whole lot through a lot of this. Like she's just sitting here in the radio station for like 2 episodes or so. Joyce is very toned down, like or not toned down, but like reduced. You know, a lot of her stuff then is just like with Will. You know, is there anything about Stranger Things you would change at all? Beat me up. This place sucks. Well, what would I change about Stranger Things? Um, I don't know. I'd have to think about it. Like, um, I heard rumor Max will have powers that Prince on will use. Yes, yes. You know what? Hold on a second, guys. I need to find something. Did you guys watch all my Stranger Things videos? Because I feel like many of you haven't. Um, I forget. I don't know which one it is. Look. How many of you? Hold on. This video. This video Stranger Avengers I put out in 2022, like June or whatever, after season 4 completed. Um and I think basically everything I said in this video has come true so far. Because it is on the verge of coming true. Because I said Will was gonna have powers. And like you were saying, Wildman, I predicted some Max would have some sort of power or ability. And also I predicted 8 Callie would be back. And that in her power is very particular. And I had I think my prediction about Callie was dead on. And I'm gonna make another follow-up video on it. Actually, I should have put her on the thumbnail, but I never did. Didn't have a pic of her. You should have eaten that pie. Yeah. But this video was so dead on at everything. And I think we'll continue to be dead on. It's just a shame the Stranger Things fans weren't watching Watch Party because they just would have been ahead on everything. Like Will having powers, Elle is souped up, Max was something, Callie, and then all the rest of it. I don't know the Prince songs off the top of my head. Like I could look through them. I mean, I'm sure I've heard many of them, but um, I have no idea. Certainly Prince would be reasonable, to show up in the show. So yeah. The Stranger Things Cobra Kai crossover. Yeah, yeah. It's what we've been talking about. I made a video. It got so many views. And I was just like, I think I've made a couple videos just kind of, and it's always like as a joke, but like it's amazing how many people take it seriously. I think I said Eddie uh, was like Tori's dad or something. Something weird. And then I did one with Hawk. Um, um, yeah. Those are fun ones. And the funny thing is when you make like a little short, like even when it's so non-serious, the number of people who take it seriously is so weird. Um, I love Eleven's vibe this season. Yeah, she's definitely tough. I like that Nancy is sitting. I'm just sitting here looking at this. She's literally in a hospital waiting room with like blood splatter. Like, wow. It's rough, man. How does Holly not know the Kate Bush song, but she knew the kids, it's what her friends listen to, what she heard on the radio or from her sister, or, or something or other. Um, that's I don't know, small things. Although I'm thinking like in episode 4, the sorcerer, of course, which is supposed to be referring to Will, um he actually talks about it in D&D, but someone correct me because I don't know if I'm 100%, and I haven't looked it up, and it would take no time. But didn't the sorcerer class in D&D not exist at this point in the 80s? Like I thought the sorcerer was a class that was invented essentially by Wizards of the Coast when they bought TSR in like whatever the late 90s, early 2000s, whenever it is they bought it, because they bought TSR and they made a new third edition. And one of the things of the third edition is they were introducing the sorcerer. It was going to be a new magic class, like to run alongside the wizard. And because it was always the wizard. Will the Wise was a wizard, right? He wasn't a sorcerer because the sorcerer class didn't even exist then. This like predates the sorcerer class by like 14 years or whatever. Because that's what I thought, but I haven't looked it up yet, but I may eventually. Um, but it's yeah, that's the thing. So anyway, that was some other. There were like some other things I thought like was a little bit out of like time period, but I don't know for sure. Um, Ted and Karen both got bodied. How did they both survive? I guess you could say the Demogorgon wasn't really after them. It was just mostly getting them away. um, or they're really, really tough. I mean, I think Ted's tough. I was actually, it's worth here. Let me go back to that. Um, because I've if you've listened to the streams, I've occasionally talked a few times. Like I always wanted to like see like basically the idea where did Nancy get her gun skills? But like look at this here. Like look at this thing coming at him. Ted does not back down. Look at him. Look at this. Like you people would run shitless. Like Ted, like look at that. He just swings at it. Like this man does not back down. Look at that. Look at that. Did you see that? It does the full thing like right in front of him. He hits it. It screams. And look, he just swings again. He just swings again. Like he doesn't like go whoa. He doesn't even flinch. He did not even flinch. No flinch. He just attacked again. Like I'm telling you, Ted is like the underrated character. He's like the former soldier. Like we don't really know anything about his background. Um, but like I think like he was like a weapons specialist or something in like Vietnam or something. And like he was a good at guns. He passed it on to Nancy. That's why Nancy's good with them. Like she inherited it from her dad without ever knowing. And like he's just like he used to be like badass guy. And then he got like a high skilled job, making good money and just kind of took the easy suburban life. He's like the retired warrior who doesn't quite have it anymore, but still has, some of those instincts deep down. Can't stand the Kate Bush song anymore. So I hope the Prince save Hawkins, not Kate Bush. Could be. Um, Yeah, I feel like a lot of people know that, and they probably know. I feel like the Duffer, knew. Probably people are a little afraid of it now, or not afraid of, but like a little over it now. Um, so that's like a thing. Them being in a hospital with one of them is apparently no big, just like Cobra Kai. Yeah, in general, Cobra Kai, you don't even go to the hospital. Like, so what? You're bleeding, broken bones. You walk it off, man. You walk it off. So hope they get Debbie Gibson. They had a rivalry. I was unaware. I don't follow music drama, especially from the 80s. Derek seems to be the new favorite side character. Oh, what is his name? Dickie Derek or something? Disgusting Derek. Robin became a member. She's a smart lady. You can too. Hit the join button. It's right there on your screen. Cobra Kai rapper, watch party. What do you think about Steve and Jonathan relationship and them having little disagreement over Nancy? Yeah. It's hard to see what Nancy thinks at the moment. I think even my wife said like, "Oh, she or was it her? She's like, "Oh, she's kind of making eyes at Steve now." Like she doesn't like that. Like Nancy's swinging back and forth, and I know that was always like a criticism of Nancy. Although, because I feel like I almost now feel like it's almost moving in a spot where neither of them end up with her. Like she's just too messed up for anything. Although we did get the except Murray's motivational speech, and I like Murray. Where is it? He gives here it is. Yeah. Murray just like kicks him in the butt because Murray's the one that got him kind of going with Nancy, if you remember in season 2. And then we also get that he has like apparently an engagement ring. Not much of one, but yeah. That is a very little ring, but that's okay. He's only just out of high school. But so like is Jonathan's like thinking marriage. Nancy may be teeter-tottering. Steve wants to take a shot. I don't know. Maybe they all end up unhappy. Is Dr. Brenner a good character? Sure. I think it depends on your point of view, right? So some people do bad things for good causes, I guess, right? That's what. Love the twist with Will. It was perfect. But if you saw my video, you would have been expecting it. So much that it wasn't even a twist. Dipshit Derek. Sounds PG. Warming up to Robin, liking her. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the delightful Derek. Yeah. They get it in there. Max Levinson, evening. Hope you enjoyed your Thanksgiving weekend. Confused about Salvatore's fight in season 6. Motori had a hard time while Daniel stopped the fight, but Johnny didn't. What is it you're confused about? You'd have to explain. Brenner treated 11 like a lab rat. So no. Cobra Kai Underground. Are you the one who did the stream last night? I was going to go to it, but then it got delayed. I was like, I actually had it pulled up. I was just waiting for it to start, and then it got delayed. And my wife, we go to bed early these days. I'm not saying we're old farts, but she wakes up early for work and stuff, and so I generally get up with her. And so I said, "You did the stream, okay? Yeah, sorry. I was there. I was ready to jump in if it started, and then it got pushed back, and I was like, oh, I don't better just do it. I'll try to get in maybe next week or another time. But thank you for coming on in, and yeah." If you guys didn't know, Cobra Kai Underground does like a weekly stream Saturday night and posts Cobra Kai videos himself. And so go ahead and check it out if you got the time. I can see Max going from Kate Bush fan to a Prince fan after experiences and rumors. Yeah. Yeah. She hears the song the first time and becomes a Prince fan. Linda Hamilton. K. It is Kay. Huh. Yeah, they're like in the upside down. I find this really weird. Like how do they know so much? Like in season 1, they didn't know anything. So much that they built this whole facility and are powering it and bringing in supplies. Like, man, kind of we definitely don't quite know what's going on here, and I think that's part of the problem. Like the military just feels weird, like almost just generic villains to be there. Can't believe the Duffer Brothers was making us think Hopper was going to die for sure. I'm so glad they didn't end him. He's my favorite character. Mm-hmm. Yeah, wouldn't think the Hopper was going to die. Watch party. Do you think we'll see more Sensei Wolf in the future? Do you think he has potential to have his own spin-off? I think if the initial spin-offs are successful, there's definitely room for something like that. But you need a lot of success on something like that before you get to the really smaller characters. So if and when Miyagi spinoff comes, it needs to be a hit. Linda Hamilton gave streams to Hilary Swank Douglas for Cobra Kai. Legend returns. Very well said, Wild Man Beyond. I actually like that, and I appreciate that. That is a good take. Although she didn't technically isn't reprising a character or anything, she's definitely a fixture of the time. Obviously huge. So seeing her back, is appropriate. Um, which so it's not exact comparison, but I definitely agree. It feels like this is what Hillary Swank should have been. But one thing we know is even if Hillary Swank had come back, it would have been at most like one or two episodes, right? Like it was going to be small. When is season 6 of Cobra Kai going to be released on DVD? Okay, fair question. John Hurwitz said something about this recently. He said, I think it's coming fairly soon. What was that, like a week ago, 2 weeks tops, probably a week and a half. I thought it was going to come like February 10th or 14th. It was going to come in association with the release of the show. It did not, or well, it may still, because I think that there's something about the rights in the contract. It's got to be like a year later, but maybe not entirely a year or something. So maybe the DVD will come sooner rather than later. I don't know. Confused why Daniel wanted Tori to stop the fight because of her mom dying, but Johnny wants her to continue fighting to let her anger out. If that makes sense. I mean, Daniel's like, this is insane. You're not well. You should stop, which is probably something that I would think. But Johnny takes a different view. He's like, yeah, she's upset, but maybe fighting it will help her work through it. Sometimes you're crazy. You just want to fight and hit something. So maybe Johnny thought it was good for her. I think that's mostly the gist of it. At least one popular 80s actor per season. Wow. I didn't even like, you're right, Robin. Like, um when Sean Astin was in it, but he was in it because he was a popular 80s actor, right? He was in the Goonies. Isn't that where he got famous originally? Never really saw that movie, but yeah. Um for some reason I didn't make that connection. Lucy got Jackie Chan to fill in the Hillary Swank. Legends did return. That is true. Very good. Here's 8-year-old Holly. I want to look into this Max stuff a little bit more. I got to figure it out. I just put out a short on it, but there's definitely more. Derek. um, did you happen to see the AI pictures that are recently posted on Instagram? No. Will it be January, February 2026 for the DVD? I suspect so. If it comes early, great, but I wouldn't count on it before that. Early spring. Bad writing. It would be awesome if we got Kurt Russell instead of Lim Hines. Even Dolph Lundgren as a Russian. Yeah, Dolph. It's almost too on the nose, though, but fair enough. I agree. I like how Max. I was just thinking, like, where did Max get all these clothes? Like, she got all this stuff from Henry's memory, I guess. Like, it's kind of weird. Luckily, she found clothes that fit her in like Henry's memory, right? Like, if you're like what is she, 15-year-old girl, technically 16-year-old girl, like, and you're in the memory of like, or not the memory, like the mind of like an adult man. How are you going to find clothes that fit? I don't know. Don't think about it too hard. That's what Hayden would say. But she's in different outfits. So yeah, she definitely changed. I like I said, I'm gonna look into this Max a little bit more. I don't know. But like when she first showed up, I think was this what she was wearing? Yeah. I guess that was what she was wearing in season 4, I guess. But anyway. But then eventually she found new clothes. Paul Reiser, Carrie Ellis, and Linda Hamilton. Yeah. If Prince rumors are true, I think the song Purple Rain is the song that gets Max out. Um Could be. Yeah, I've definitely heard of that. So this is like Joyce doing stuff here. What was your theory as to why Henry was afraid of the cave? Maybe they explained it. No, I haven't put one out about that yet. But you're right. Why does he not come into the cave? Where is it? Actually, I think it's a little bit further. Here it is. But so she's about to get out, but then Lucas stopped the tape. Effectiveness there. Somehow she ran here. It's kind of weird. He has to walk the follower in his own mind, right? I don't know. Who knows what the real rules are? But yeah, so there it is. She goes in, and he refuses to follow. Why is he afraid of the cave? We'll have to figure that out. Um, especially considering it's his own memory, right? It's his memory. It's not it's not in the world, although it's his memory of the world, presumably, or something. So there must be a cave near the Creel house. Yeah. In Hawkins? I don't know. like season 3 and 5. Yes, Max Kelly. That is what I think. Season 6. Karen Wheeler deserves Mother of the Year award. Sure, but what about Ted taking on the Demogorgon with a golf club? What if it's December when they release season 6 DVD? Then get it for Christmas. Ask Santa Claus. Use it. Get it. Watch it over the holidays. I mean, what else do you want me to say? Do you think it's possible we could see Lee Fong and Mr. Han in Cobra Kai movie now that they've essentially made a canon? No, I do not. I don't think John, Josh, and Hayden are interested in adding Mr. Han or Lee Fong to what they have. If there was some sort of Cobra Kai movie, it would be something with what they created. The actor that plays Joyce is so stunning. Yeah, she's a classic. Winona, Winona, whatever her name is. Ryan Lawrence and R. Chronicle needs to be decanonized as a fictional story in the universe. Yeah, well, like a family member died there or something. Yeah, but I don't think that's it. He's terrified. He's not sad. I mean, look what it says here on the screen. He's more than scared. He was terrified. And it's his own memory. So, I mean, it's possible the cave is a metaphor for his own memory, something he's holding back. Maybe it's where he got his powers. I don't know. But another point was if Henry was in the facility, how was he in high school with Joyce and Steve's dad? Makes no sense. Correct, because he was kind of young, right, when the parents died. Unless he was visiting the high school one day, come see the high school. It's a thing. So like maybe he was visiting the high school. And that's just like he's like touring it or something as a student, and they do stuff like that sometimes. Of course, yeah, because we of course didn't see him in the high school. So all it just means is he was there at some point on that day or something. Right? I don't think we saw Henry there. Soon did he just mean so likely Hurwitz doesn't actually know when the DVD comes out. He just heard they were working on it. It's totally not his thing. It's off his radar. That's not his job. You know, he doesn't handle the DVD. Vecna arm stretches out longer now. He was a beast taking out all the military people in Sullivan. Yes. Yeah, it was pretty wild. The Demogorgons, too. Oof. It was pretty wild. He was in the play, though. Oh. I'm going to look through it again. I don't have any good theories. Maybe there's plot holes. I don't know. So I'm going to have to look through it about like that specifically. But I do have a lot of things I want to say. So I'll try and get some more videos this week. For real this time, guys. For real. Since you mentioned Hunger Games earlier, is Maze Runner you want to recommend? Great movies. I saw part of the movie, one of them. Like it was decent enough. They were like running in. for a while and then coming out or something. Um, yeah, it's a popular genre. Too many spoilers not to watch. Yeah, yeah, you might as well just watch it when it comes out. Don't try to like avoid like, oh, spoilers or like, oh, I want to watch it all at once. Yeah, just watch them as they come. That way you avoid spoilers. This is a heck of a shot of Vecna. Ooh, I like Murray. Ooh, Vecna. Now, what exactly does he need Will again for? I think that's like the other question. Like, did he need Will's power? Did he give Will the power? I guess. Um, William, can you see the children? Do you know why? He shaped the world. Yeah, this is interesting. So but what does he need Will for? He just needs specifically Will. Season 6 was rushed. Yeah, sure. That Henry dated Joyce and Will's their child? How is that even a theory? We saw Will's father, Will and Jonathan, in season 1. Henry Henry didn't date Joyce. Out of all the theories, man, I mean, you might as well say Terry Silver is Miguel's father, right? Like, let's get back to that one. What is like a crazier theory? Um, Henry or Vecna is Will's father, or Terry Silver is Miguel's father? What is the crazier theory here? Ooh. The internet is full of crazy theories. Man, this is why you should Watch Party, because I will give you good theories. I gave you, look at this. I gave you good stuff. Look at this video 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago almost. Like shit, this stuff was coming so true. Guys, I had 2 videos I didn't get out. So I actually had a video. I had a video. I had a video, but I don't know if okay. No. Okay. So no. Okay, where were we at? Oh, I was saying I had a video all about the training session. I had so many predictions right, but I wasn't able to finish editing it. Uh um anyway, a lot of good videos out there that I've put out. And I'm gonna try to get more because I have so much good stuff. And it's just a shame the Stranger Things fans aren't watching it. Am I gonna see it in the movie theaters? Probably not. I just it's just harder like I could, but I wouldn't want to go without wife party and maybe she's working. I don't know what she'll be doing. So it's just, you know, better to look at that. Oof. Always got the nosebleed. I didn't notice that the first time. Is that happening in it's happening in select movie theaters, yeah. It will be in chills, man. Yeah, it sounds right. And I meant to get a theory out. I'm gonna get a theory out. So the yeah, I think it ends in 1989. So I think we're gonna get another time jump somewhere. Seems like the people who were putting out the parent theories were offended by the theory that there would be a separate boys and girls division at the All Valley. Oh yeah, yeah. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. How do I know so much about what John, Josh, and Hayden do? Just because I understand their job, man. They're like the executive producers, um, of a television show, right? Like I understand what they do, right? Like when you're making scripts, you're, developing a movie, you're not freaking working on the DVD, right? That's someone else's job. So other people work on the DVD. Most that happens is word gets by. Hey, we're doing a DVD. Cruel summer, more like cruel winter. There's a theater showing Karate Kid 3 and Batman, so you might be there with a time jump. Yes, in fact, I'm gonna go. Sorry, I'm having mic problems. I'm gonna go so as far as to say, especially that it ends. They're releasing on December 31st. The last episode may be December 31st, 1989. Like I could see it ending the 80s, right? Like the 80s will end with the last episode. So because you're smart. I mean, how does anyone know anything? Because you have some level of intelligence. How do you know 2 plus 4 is 6? You have some level of intelligence. You can understand things. Like, that's not a real monster there. It's make believe. Max Kelly, it doesn't take any special knowledge to know, what an executive producer does. In fact, if you just listen to John, Josh, and Hayden, like on Twitter and stuff and interviews, they tell you. Bananarama do a remix of Cruel Summer, call it Cruel Winter. It's gonna be Cruel Winter. Yeah. Bananarama chocolate chip pancakes. Did you want your Bananarama chocolate chip pancakes? Must be cold and snowy where you live then. Says the girl from Canada. Of course, I don't know if it's cold or snowy there, but it could be. All right. All right, guys. I'm gonna try to deliver for you more. I keep every week. I'm like more videos coming, but we'll make it a real thing. Right now, yes. Oh, yep. Cold and snow in Canada. Well, I hope it stays at least for the holidays. Cold and snow. But I'm going to try to get out more videos. My most productive month, I swear to God, was when we got part 1 last year in like July and even August. I'm just going to get back to that a little bit. So we'll try, guys. We'll try. Anyway, yeah, I got to get ready for bed. Wife will be home soon. So thank you very much. I love you all. Be sure to subscribe. Check all the Stranger Things videos, man. They're gonna hit up. Oh, Devin's here right as I was checking out. Sorry, Devin. We've been having Stranger Things discussion. It was good. But Desert Prairie. Winters are not too cold. That's true. It's not even winter yet, guys. We got a couple weeks still till officially winter. So the days will get shorter. Anyway, I love you all. Be sure to stay tuned for Stranger Things content. It will be coming. Shorts and long form videos. Have a great day. I'll see you at the next watch party.